Mr. Timko, in your opinion, how is the winter sports season progressing?
Well, Liz, I think the winter sports season has been going a little bit better than I had anticipated after coming off probably one of our strongest fall sports seasons that we've had in an awful long time. The boys basketball team has progressed very nicely with some very big wins this season and currently standing with a record of 13-4. Our boys swimming team in contention for the Valley Division of the CVC Championship. The ice hockey team qualifying hopefully for the state championship. All in all, it's been a good winter season.
Looking into the future, do you have any big plans for spring sports, any improvements on the facilities or field conditions?
We hope somewhere in the near future to improve some of our facilities over at the Timberlane School. The track, as an example, is in very major need of renovation. Hopefully in the near future we can come up with an all-weather track. The tennis courts are also showing some wear and cracking to the point where I'm not so sure how safe it's going to be playing down there. All the water after the major rains that we've had during last spring and this past spring have gotten underneath the courts, causing some major cracks. So I'm kind of worried about that. From the coaching standpoint, I'm very excited about Miss Ayers coming over from Timberlane and coaching the varsity girls lacrosse, along with Miss Hughes, who's a physical education teacher here at the high school. I think will make our girls lacrosse team more competitive than we have been in the last few years. The baseball team and softball teams have been very strong the past few years, both qualifying for the state tournament. Our golf team has had phenomenal success during the past few years, and I'm hoping that that tradition continues. I think the sleeper for the spring, however, is going to be our boys track team. I think they will have an excellent program, and the girls track team will be bouncing back if we can get some more numbers out this coming spring. I think that will also show some improvement for our entire program.
You've already said that you're very pleased with the way the basketball season's going. What really stands out that's been really impressive?
Well, probably the most impressive statistic has to be Tim Van Dyke's quest for 1,000 points. It's been close to 12 years since we've had our last 1,000-point scorer, and hopefully Tim will achieve that in one of our next two games. We play Princeton High School on Tuesday the 30th and come back with Nottingham on Friday, February the 2nd. So I'm very optimistic that Tim will hit this 1,000-point goal, and hopefully he'll do it at home in front of all the home fans. This will really be great for the school.
And about other winter sports, some other standouts?
Other standouts, you can't exclude Jeremy Romano, who has set a Mercer County record for the most wins for a public school student. Jeremy has won, I believe, at least 84 matches in his 4 years here at Hopewell with only 4 defeats, being a regional champion and having gone to the state championships 2 out of the 3 years so far, and hoping to go for a 3rd time out of 4 years. Jeremy is a very exciting wrestler, has developed a fine drawing. We've had some outstanding performances in swimming with Kevin Raveney having already broken the school record, and with some of our girls going for county championships. We're hoping that we'll see a few more either individual or team championships during this winter season.
So do you have any last messages or anything you'd like to leave with our viewers?
Only that I hope they will continue to come out and support our teams. I realize that we're scattered all over the place in the wintertime with swimming being at the Pennington Prep School, ice hockey being located at Mercer County Park, the winter track team traveling to the Petty Athletic Center, and with the wrestling and boys and girls basketball here at Hopewell Valley, it makes it difficult to get to all these places. But I know the athletes like to see a strong contingent out there rooting for them, and I would hope that the rest of the season would bring as many fans out as possible.
Great. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Liz.
Good evening, and live from Hopewell Valley Central High School, it's Princeton High School versus Hopewell Valley in a CVC boys basketball matchup. On my right, fellow commentator Walter Hainish, and we're also here with Liz Berger. Liz, is there anything special about tonight's game?
Mark, there's a lot special about tonight's game. First of all, it's Mr. Burns, the coach of Hopewell Valley, his 65th birthday, and I talked with him a little bit before the game, And so far he says his birthday has been really nice, and to make it perfect he just needs a W and a 1,000 plus, which means he wants Tim Van Dyke to get his 1,000th point. Tim's shooting for his 1,000th point tonight for a career total, and that should be very exciting. He has 17 points to go. Back to Mr. Burns, though, he says he has no big theories for tonight's game, only that if the ball goes in the hole, they'll win. If not, they'll lose. It's as simple as that. And as for state competition, the Bulldogs are qualified with a record of 13-4, and tonight's game could help the team's chances of having a home state game, which would be great. And to all of our viewers, all Mr. Burns would like to say to you is, why aren't you here? And hopefully you'll come out on Friday at 5:30 to watch the boys JV play Nottingham here, and at 7 o'clock is varsity also versus Nottingham.
Looks like we're about to start the game here. Mr. Sign with the opening announcements.
Well, we start off with Hopewell, and we will all stand for the flag salute.
Actually, the national
Happy
anthem.
birthday song, Mr. Burns.
Well, it's happy birthday.
Okay. We start off with Princeton introducing their players.
Not too many Princeton fans out here, huh?
They're trying to make as much noise as they can here.
Looks like a pretty small team that Princeton's got. Extensive bench with such experienced players. Here come the Hopewell Valley Bulldogs. Number 4, Kevin Nelson. Number 10, Brian Kroll. Number 20, Joseph Rano. Number 32, Nat Draper, the only junior in the starting lineup. And 33, the man shooting for his 1,000th point, Tim Van Dyke.
Excuse me, Liz. '65 is a big age for Mr. Burns. Things don't work out with the basketball team any coming years. He always qualifies for Social Security.
Well, we're all looking forward for the outcome of this game.
Both teams looking ready to play.
Princeton has a look at determination. They dropped the game earlier this year by 10 to Hopewell. I believe it was their opening game of the season.
We're going back up.
I think you're right, Mark.
TV. We start with jump ball. Tim Van Dyke starts off for Hopewell. Jump and another jump ball.
We're
Ball
gonna
went out of
re-jump.
bounds.
In case anyone didn't notice, Tim Van Dyke is now sporting a new sweatband on his wrist. Maybe that'll help out his play. Add some help to his 1,000th point, perhaps.
We all hope Tim will make his 1,000 point today.
Seems like, looks for three.
Brian Kroll comes up with the rebound and score. 2 for Hopewell.
I'll tell you, I haven't seen anybody in the league that's much better than Kroll on getting those offensive rebounds and putting it in the hoop.
As you know, Mark, he must take the pressure off the team because of Joe Conifrey being disciplined on a problem he had during school, and he has done very well.
Yep, Joe's a quality player. He's third in the CVC in scoring. I'm sure they're going to miss him, but Matt Draper and other juniors ready to play.
Joe Zambrano working on the steal. He's been known by a couple of local papers as the thief because he's such an incredible player with that stealing the ball. Joe presently leads the Hopewell Bulldogs with number of steals. He's had 53 in the past 17 games. Quite impressive.
Van Dyke grabs his own rebound, shoots it out to Zambrano. Dumps it outside to Draper, back to Zambrano. Inside to Kroll, jumper. Good. Oh, in and out.
Oh, in and out,
tipped by
yeah.
Van Dyke.
Tim Van Dyke with a beautiful rebound and tip in. Now as Princeton sets up, shot, miss. Tim Van Dyke with another rebound, comes up.
Looks like Princeton's come out in a 2-3 zone.
Oh, big foul by Princeton on Brian Kroll. Brian Kroll gets 2 shots now. Liz, how is Brian in his free throw abilities?
Brian's been doing pretty well. He's got 71% from the foul line, 27 for 38.
Well, first one makes. It's all net.
28 for 39.
It's all net.
Not too bad.
Nice touch by Kroll, sinks a second. Hopewell on a half-court press. Princeton having a little trouble breaking it. And it's Hopewell ball. Quick guards on Hopewell, force a turnover by Princeton. And Nelson brings it up.
Here's the score.
Kevin Nelson has an incredible dribbling ability. He's also known by local papers as the yo-yo because he's got such an idea of how to dribble that ball. Very natural to him, very fluid.
Oh, nowhere to go for Van Dyke. Ooh. Tries for Kroll underneath, but Princeton comes away with it. Number 44, Anthony White, brings the ball up.
It's a good game. According to our scoreboard, the score is 86-0. Not bad by any stretch of the imagination.
Joe Zambrano dribbling the ball down. Passes off to Nat Draper. Looks for a shot inside to Tim. Gets bobbled and Princeton comes up with the ball.
Looks as if the team is really looking to Van Dyke, trying to get his 1,000th point. I don't know if all the passes are really quality passes. Might want to look to not rush as much.
Princeton getting on the scoreboard with a basket, and it's 6-2. Draper wide open. And he puts it through, all net on that one. Rebound by Draper. Hopewell's in a man-to-man on defense, which seems to be their most successful one. Very quick on defense. Play tight.
Ryan Kroll with a nice shot. He had a man on both sides of him and still went in.
Brian Kroll's really coming out looking impressive with all of his field goals here. Brian has the third highest total points scored in this year's games. He has 191 points prior to this game. Not bad.
That was a foul on Van Dyke, his first of the game. Princeton will shoot 2. Nelson brings it up. It's up to Van Dyke. He drives. Oh, and he's called for a charge. Not a popular call. Hopewell fans upset. And that's a key call there because that's Van Dyke's second with 3:47 left in the first quarter. So Van Dyke's going to have to maybe not play so aggressive and watch the fouls.
Matt Draper with a nice steal. Pass it up to Zambrano. Controls up court. Pass to Tim. Tim goes in, gets stopped, turns around, shot, and he makes it.
Seems the Princeton defense trying to key in on Van Dyke, but so far, he's doing all right.
I think they're the only ones in this gym right now who don't want him to get 1,000 points.
Roll with the rebound. Gives it to Zambrano, brings it up, looks for Van Dyke, he's got him. Jumper. Oh. I think that'll be a foul on Nelson. Hopewell with 3 quick fouls in the first quarter. And Tim Nally comes in the game for Kevin Nelson. Nelson will take a quick breather. He'll be back.
In for Joe Zambrano.
Hopewell playing a tight man-to-man. Princeton finds it difficult to do anything. White drives, dumps off 34. 2. I think one of the biggest strengths of Hopewell, you can see out there right now, is its depth. They got very, very deep in the guard position. They also have Jason Haftel on the bench, another big man.
Brian Kroll with a nice rebound. Fights for the ball. Tim Nally picks it up. Oh!
Steal by White. Good dump off.
Oh, that's a block shot by Kroll.
Tim Van Dyke with his 3rd rebound tonight.
Now he brings it up. Kroll with the shot. Good.
Brian's 3 for 3 tonight from the field.
Brian Kroll slipped right through the defense of Princeton.
Continues his hot shooting.
Oh,
Beautiful steal by Ludicky. Oh.
Good also.
Little miscommunication on Princeton's half. Ball run out of bounds.
We can look for Ludicky to try and shoot for a 3 here. That's his shot. Van Dyke with the turnaround. Draper with the rebound, and he puts it Hopewell out to a quick 16-6 lead with 1:07 left in the first quarter.
Hunter Grossman's now coming in for Brian Kroll.
I think Princeton has to calm down, be a little more patient on offense. I think they're trying to force too many passes, and in the end, they're passing the ball to where their teammates aren't.
Now Jason Hefter substitute in for Tim Van Dyke.
Tim with a strong first quarter. Jumper. Ooh, drops in. Hunter Grossman in the ball game.
Van Dyke is now down to 13 more points to score.
Good defense by Princeton. Number 22 brings it up. Danny Page. Another forced pass inside. Draper comes up with it, drives down. Up to now.
Oh, Matt Draper with a hard pass for Tim Nally to grab. Tim couldn't hold on to it, so it goes out of bounds. Princeton ball.
Coach from Princeton yelling for one shot. 13 seconds left in the quarter. Walk. Good defense by Hopewell, and they'll get a shot to score with 6 seconds left. Look for Ludicky to get the ball. There he is for three. Oh, just short.
Ludwig is normally a dangerous threat for the other teams on the three-point shots.
Impressive first quarter by the Hopewell boys, out to a 16-8 lead after 8 minutes.
Coach Burns giving some helpful advice to the team. They have a nice cushion lead here, 16-8 now.
Well, the big scorers, I suppose, for this game are going to be Tim, Brian Kroll, and Nat Draper. So far, those are the ones that have given us the points. Brian is in the lead right now with 8 points. Tim and Nat each have 4. I'm sorry, Brian has 14 points. No? Brian
Well,
has 8 points.
second quarter is going to begin. 16-8 lead by Hopewell
Two
Valley.
spectators. Happy to see their face on the tube.
And it looks like Jason Haftel is going to stay. Oh, no, he doesn't. Jason Haftel is taking Brian Kroll's spot. The two big guys in for Hopewell, Haftel and Van Dyke.
Hopewell stays in their man-to-man. Nice shot by number 11 for Princeton, cuts the lead to 6. Tim Nally brings the ball up. Good ball handling by Hopewell. Moving the ball around nice. Up. Little careless snare, but still got the ball. Grossman over to Van Dyke. Jumper. Ooh, in and out. Princeton with the rebound.
Oh, Princeton coming back with just a little bit, 12-16. Hope we're all scoreless in the second period.
Grossman brings up. Oh, bad pass. That'll be a backcourt Princeton ball.
Hope we're having some trouble in the beginning of the second quarter.
We got 6 Hopewell guys out. Van Dyke comes out. Little miscommunication on the bench over there. I believe Haftel was supposed to come out and Van Dyke back in the game, but I'm sure we'll see him shortly. Looks like we had a block on Nat Draper there, his first foul. Hopewell's up to 4 fouls in the first half.
Draper.
Oh, he throws it
Beautiful
away.
pass to Kevin Nelson by Princeton. Oh, but he couldn't control it.
Princeton just couldn't find a man open. Some tight defense on Hopewell. Just kind of threw up a pair, and Nelson just couldn't get a handle on it.
Oh, push shot. That Draper fighting for the ball. He gets it. Back to Kroll. Tim Van Dyke. He goes up for a shot. Oh, it was some rough contact in there.
Excellent passing by the Bulldogs. Seeing long pass after long pass here. That's 2 by Princeton. Oh, all of a sudden it's a 2-point game. You know, seeing all these long passes, I think I'm watching the Super Bowl. Of course, it wouldn't be such a close game. It was. Van Dyke with the jumper. A little far. Princeton looking to tie here. Jumper by Page. Tip. And oh, Kroll comes out with the rebound. Hopewell's been playing man-to-man defense and trapping every time down. They may be showing a little fatigue here.
Again, this messy passing by Hopewell.
Excellent layup by number 32 for Princeton. And it's 16-16.
Hopewell should be getting some points. Seems like they're forcing the ball on Tim Van Dyke to get his 1000th point. Big foul. Number 22, Princeton.
Right now, I think Tim Van Dyke has absolutely no concern for his 1000th point. I think he wants to get his team back in the lead and get a victory here. A little far with the jumper. Draper with the rebound, but he walks.
Van Dyke having a lot of problems with his shot tonight. He is 0 for 4 for three-pointers and only 2 for 5 at the field goals.
Hopewell on a trap. Zambrano knocks the ball away. Oh, and that drops. And Princeton's got a 2-point lead here. Seems like Hopewell players on the bench are just looking out on the floor saying, what is going on here? Van Dyke for 3. Good. And he puts Hopewell up by 1. And a big 3-pointer by Tim Van Dyke. Get his confidence back going with his shot. That's a walk by Princeton. Hopewell ball.
Good work by Nat Draper pulling that travel.
Substitution now for Princeton. And Zambrano starts dribbling the ball down. Looks past it to Van Dyke. He goes for another 3. No, Zambrano gets the rebound. Tim, he gets it in there.
Tim with another bucket. I think it's safe to say that the game plan was to get the ball in Van Dyke's hand to shoot. Tim with the rebound. Over to Nelson. Zambrano yelling to try and get something set up. He drives. Dump to Kroll. Excellent pass. Oh, it's out. Kroll with the rebound. And he's fouled. What a great look by Joe Zambrano.
Ryan Kroll now going to take 2 shots.
Timeout's called.
Interesting fact here, Brian Kroll will be up on the foul line in a second. He has the highest field goal percentage from Hopewell, making 82 of 133 shots, which is 62%. Good numbers by Brian Kroll.
You know, just watching Kroll over the last few games, with every game, it just seems he's getting more confident with his shot. And he really never was much of a consistent shooter, but now I think his short-range shot, he's just becoming more confident in taking that shot.
I agree with you, Mark. He's got 71% so far in the season from the floor, which is incredible. Very good percentage. And you always know when he's under the basket and he's making that shot, he's going to make it. Very dependable under there.
Well, we start off with Hopewell, and Brian Kroll going to take his shot. Two shots.
Brian's already 2 for 2 tonight from the line.
Very tense moment for Brian. First shot, he makes it.
Kroll just showing great touch from the foul line.
Outstanding year this year. A little under the weather tonight, though. He's possibly got the flu that's been going around the country.
Kevin Nelson, also known as Dookie by his teammates, is the leading number, or has the leading number of assists with 102 assists for this year, not including tonight's game.
Joe Zambrano dribbling the ball now. Passes down to Nat Draper. Thinks about the shot. Doesn't make it. In trouble.
Now just watching Kroll out there, it seems like he's always has himself positioned in the right spot at the right time. That's not something easy. It's just that's instinct.
We got some substitution for Hopewell. Tim Nally comes in, and Mark Ludicky.
Mark Ludicky and Tim Nally now in for the Bulldogs.
Ludicky has it tapped away.
Oh, Tim Van Dyke scrambles for the ball. Doesn't make it. Tipped out by Mark Ludicky, so it's Princeton ball. That was a good effort by Mark.
Inside, up for the shot. Oh, way off. Kroll with the rebound.
No shot whatsoever.
Now he looks, finds Kroll. Kroll thinks about it, back out to Draper, over to Nally. Back to Van Dyke, over to Draper. A little long. Princeton with the rebound.
Jumper missed. Tim Van Dyke fighting for the ball. Foul number 21 on Princeton.
Princeton coach unhappy with this call. Call foul number 21 on Princeton.
Worried look on Van Dyke's face, thinking that maybe it could have been on him. That would have been his third.
That's Princeton's 5th foul of the half, so Van Dyke will shoot a 1-and-1.
Now having some trouble with his foul shot this year, so we'll see what he does tonight.
Tim Van Eyck with
Made
9
40
points of the
72
night.
attempts.
Tim now has 10 points for the night. In and out. Fighting for the rebound. Hopewell ball.
Hopewell gains possession. Burns calling the stack from the sideline. After with the ball. Finds Ludicky. Over to Nally. Back to Ludicky. Over to Van Dyke. Jumper. In and out. Kroll with the rebound. Oh, he calls it travel. Tough call. Princeton breaks the trap. Pulls up for the jumper. Just short. Princeton a lot more aggressive in the second quarter. Good look by the point guard, number 44, Anthony White for Princeton.
It's Hopewell's 15th foul for the half.
Got 40 seconds left in the half. Hopewell's up by 6. They scored 26-20.
First shot was missed. Looking good for Hopewell. Still with a 6-point lead. But the second one dumps in. Hopewell comes dribbling out. Tim Nally looks to pass. He's still looking. Passes to Mark Ludicky. He goes over the net. Tim Van Dyke. Jason tried to tip it back in, but he couldn't. Princeton rebounds the ball.
Now he shows some good hustle. Princeton playing for one shot. Got 5 left.
Last shot doesn't make it.
And at the end of the first half here at Hopewell Valley Central High, it's the Bulldogs 26, Princeton High 21.
There is a foul on number 33.
Oh.
Mark Ludicky is going to take his foul shot. 26-21.
Ludicky is 75% shooter from the foul line, sinks the first.
He makes his first one. Gonna go for a second. And the second one was made. Absolutely no pressure. He sinks them both.
Little correction now after the 2 foul shots. It's Hopewell 28, Princeton 21.
Well, Hopewell is very confident now with a 7-point lead. Expecting to win this game over Princeton.
Well, Van Dyke has shot pretty well tonight. He's got 7 more points until that 1,000. What do you think? You think he's going to make it?
I think we'll see Tim make a few more shots this half. I think he's forcing a little too many from outside, but I think we'll see him hit that 1,000 tonight.
Yeah, he had about 4, am I right? 4 3-point tries, and he only made 1.
Actually, he's had 6. He's 1
6
for 6
3-point
tonight.
tries, and he only
That's
made
right. Not
1.
too good. And he's also 3 for 7 from the field goal range, which isn't too good. Kroll's shooting 50% tonight from the field goal range, 4 for 8. He has 4 for 4 on the free throw line, which is great. Nat Draper, 2 for 3 from the floor. Mark Ludicky, 2 points from the foul line.
We have the traditional 50-50 at Hopewell Valley Central High School. Halftime, Hopewell leading 28-21.
And Carrie Norris with the winning ticket. Looks like she's going out for pizza and ice cream after this. You know, we talk a lot about, you know, scoring Van Dyke with his 1,000 points, Kroll with his excellent shooting from outside, but I think one of the main strengths and reasons why Hopewell is having such a successful season is its guards play from Kevin Nelson and Joe Zambrano. Their defense is just excellent, very quick hands. You know, without those two getting the ball into the hands of the likes of Van Dyke and Kroll and Conifrey, they wouldn't be scoring as many points as they are. Total team effort here. And Mr. Clayton. Mr. Clayton to shoot a foul shot.
It's very nice to see how supportive the parents and the community are for the team. There's a big crowd here tonight. The Booster Club is very involved in all the games. Give out lots of nice prizes to people who buy their tickets. Very impressive. Probably one of the best fans of this Hopewell team.
And the winner going for a
What, he'd like a
three-pointer.
point. Oh, he's going up there with his tickets and everything. And
Ralphie Boy shooting for three. Janitor here at Hopewell Valley. Oh!
he looks like he's in great shape, huh?
He deserves 2 tries here. He keeps this gym beautiful condition.
Going for another shot. Does it?
Yeah! And the crowd goes wild.
And the crowd
Is he deserving of that or what? Crowd's more excited right now than during the game.
Nothing but net for Ralph the janitor.
Not a bad night. Not a bad night.
What a night it would be for Van Dyke to get his 1,000th and for Ralph to hit the 3.
And for Coach Burns, 65th.
We're here with Hopewell Valley basketball star Tim Van Dyke prior to his 1,000th point in his career. Tim, how in your opinion has the season progressed?
Well, I think our season's done real well, and we're really progressing well as a team, and we just want to, make that state tournament cutoff date, which is tomorrow.
Are there any expectations that you've already met as a team?
Well, we have right now we're looking at 13-4, and as a team we just want to continue to win as many games as we can before the end of the season.
Individually, what have been the strongest parts of your game?
I think mainly this year have been rebounding and playing good defense, keeping the other guys off the boards and everything, and that's about it right now.
How about some weak points?
Well, right now I'm having a lot of problems with my foul shot. Different times I haven't been concentrating, but I'm trying to get it back together right now.
Tonight you're shooting for your 1,000th point. Are you nervous?
I'll probably be a little nervous before the game gets going, but once you start warming up and everything, I think all the jitters will be out, and once you start tipping off and moving around, it'll be all right.
It's going to be quite a milestone in your basketball career. So what's next in line for Tim Van Dyke in Hopewell Valley basketball?
Well, right now I'm hoping to get a scholarship to play basketball in college, and after that, we just want to see if our team can go as far as we can and maybe win the Central Jersey Group 2 title.
Great, thanks a lot.
Okay, thank you.
Hi, I'm Kevin Nelson, live here from Hopewell Valley Central High School in the locker room with Joe Zambrano, co-captain of the boys varsity basketball team. So, what are your predictions for this year?
As far as predictions go, I'd like to, I hope that we can have a decent season, hopefully above 500, qualify for states, and then some.
Do you expect to upset anybody this year?
It's always a possibility. I think we have enough talent. Hopefully upsetting Trent. I think that would be considered an upset. Would be Michael.
Do Do you think like you guys would be upset by anybody?
That's always possible because you have those games where you just can't do anything right, but I hope not.
How is the offense coming along?
Offense so far, at this time last year we couldn't do much, but this year we've shown that we are capable of doing some things as a team.
What defenses will you be using this year?
Basically a man-to-man and 2-1-2 zone, 1-3-1 zone. You know what I'm talking about.
How effective are these defenses?
Depending on what group of people are in at the same time, they're different. Their effectiveness on the court is different. Man-to-man is probably the most effective out of all of them.
How have the practices been so far? Have they been hard, easy?
Very hard. They stink like crazy. They stink. These practices hopefully get a little lighter.
What are you working on in practice?
Man-to-man defense, going over our offensive plays and basically working as a team.
Explain how you guys looked in all your scrimmages.
We didn't look too strong in most of them, but there were a few quarters here and there that we played really well as a team and showed the potential that we have.
During the scrimmage against Lawrenceville Prep, how did it feel playing against Clancy, who was an ex-teammate?
I wanted to kill him. I felt nothing.
You felt nothing?
No, he was different. You didn't notice because I played against him before at, just messing around, but it was different.
Your first game is Friday. Do you have any butterflies or nervousness before the game? Nervousness?
No, I don't think. I don't think so. Not this year. I think it's just like a regular game. I'm ready for it.
Do you think the team is ready?
Yeah, I would think so. I think they're going to be ready for us too, but we should be.
Okay, good luck on your season. And this is Kevin Nelson signing off.
Thank you.
Okay, we're back at Hopewell Valley Central High School, where it's the Hopewell varsity basketball team playing Princeton. Scores 28-21. And you start off, Mark, are you getting information?
Well, this just in, sports news flash from Athletic Director Steve Timko. Mr. Steve Timko, I should say. Boys ice hockey team won today at Mercer County Park by a score of 3-1. That's an unofficial score. He's not positive, but he's the AD, so I'd take his word for it. Oh, and girls basketball, score not in yet. Joe Zambrano takes the ball into Kevin Nelson.
Okay, we start off now. Hopewell possession, Brian Kroll with the ball. A lot of passing. Kevin Nelson, short. His jumper was short, and now Princeton gets the rebound, and they start dribbling down. Trying to cut the lead to 5. They can make this.
Kroll called for an over the top. Hopewell managing their man-to-man defense. Nice pass by 22, but 32 for Princeton just couldn't hang on.
Joe Zambrano dribbling the ball down for Hopewell. Pass is looking for the pass. Looks from that Draper, back to Joe. Fakes the shot. Pass to the Draper. He goes into Tim Van Dyke. He goes around. He makes it.
What I mean by those inside shots for Tim Van Dyke, much higher percentage from inside.
Van Dyke must be feeling pretty excited. He only has 3 more points until that 1,000 mark.
Big snuff by Nat Draper, but unfortunately, it was a foul. There was contact.
I think the fans are getting a little itchy in their seats. They know Van Dyke's near. I know I'm excited. I've known Tim for a long time, and for him to get that 1,000 point and join the elite group of high school players with 1,000 points, it's just a thrill for me to be here.
Thrill is equal with me, Mark.
Well, one of the 2 shots was made, so it's 22-30. 6:42 left in the 3rd period. Hopewell possession.
Tim looks like he wants a 3. Draper looking inside, dumps to Van Dyke. He's up. Oh, it's out. Rebound.
Gets his own rebound, presses another one.
Draper, good hustle, grabs the ball. So Hopewell possession. Good dump by Zambrano. Kroll. Kroll showing a little bit of anger with a yell of dissatisfaction. Zambrano pressuring on defense. Princeton tries to cut it to 6. Kroll tips it and stolen. Nelson brings it down. Fast break. Draper saves it. Van Dyke for 3. Good! That's it! That's the 1,000 career point for Tim Van Dyke. And what a way to do it on a 3-pointer.
3-pointer one. Here comes Timko.
And the game has stopped. The players have left. The whole team comes out for Tim Van Dyke. Woo!
Look at him. Stand up for Tim Van Dyke.
What a way to do it with a 3-pointer.
Athletic Director Steve Tinko, Mr. Steve Tinko presenting Tim Van Dyke with a basketball. And the crowd's loving it. I think Tim's a little embarrassed here. His face even looks redder than it usually is.
Now the teammates congratulate Tim Van Dyke. We're going to get back and continue with the game. What a game.
Sure, he couldn't be happier. Pressure's off now, too, so we might see some real Hopewell action here. Just to throw this in, Van Dyke has been 26% on his 3-point shots, so what a time to try and increase that percentage.
Joe Zambrano really hustling down there for that ball. Matt Draper with a breakaway. He's going down. He goes up. Oh, and he misses the ball.
Draper
Ooh, foul on
absolutely
Princeton,
on
number
fire
22.
this half.
Hopewell's back up to an 11-point lead. Kroll a little frustrated inside. Looks like Princeton's trying to deny him the ball.
Oh.
Another turnover by Princeton.
Miscommunication on behalf of Princeton. Ball runs out of bounds, and Joe Zambrano takes the ball back up the court.
Little argument going on with the Princeton players, which is not a good sign for them. Van Dyke wastes no time, getting 1,003.
I feel like we just rerun the tape. I don't know. 2 for 2 this half, coming out real strong.
Well, the pressure's off him. I think you're going to see a little more relaxed shooting by Van Dyke. Van Dyke with the quick hands and the steal. Over to Nelson. Van Dyke.
Another three.
And it's short. Good hustle by Brian Kroll and Nat Draper there. And Tim Nally and Mark Ludy enter the game, along with Hunter Grossman.
Oh, 3 fresh players come in for Hopewell. Shot, and he makes it.
That's only the third point for Prince in this quarter. Trying to get their offense on track. Ludicky looks to shoot, dumps back to Nally. And over to Grossman. Looking for Van Dyke. Hits Draper. Back out to Ludicky. Over to Nally. To Van Dyke. Back to Nally. Over to Van Dyke.
A lot of short passes, I mean, no matter.
Now to Ludicky. Van Dyke. To Draper. To Grossman.
Nice
To Draper. Rebound by Princeton. Excellent teamwork by Hopewell Valley. A steal by Hunter Grossman.
Mark Ludy takes the ball down. Passes to Tim Nally. Gets into some trouble. Tim Van Dyke, a nice jumper.
Nice follow up on that Draper there.
Princeton takes the ball up. Jason Haftel now comes in for Tim Van Dyke. It's a big relief now that he has scored his 1,000th point. I think the team can get underway into winning this game. Princeton looks for the pass. Passes it back. Nice pass. Dumper. Keeps it. Rebounds it himself. Foul on Jason Hafton, number 25. The score is 38-24 Hopewell lead with 2:14 left into the third period.
Draper's the only one out there who's from the original lineup. Got the bench working. Looking very good.
Just shows the depth on this team. Princeton comes out with a half-court trap. Hopewell breaks it with not much of a problem. Good pass by Grossman. Good strong move by Nat Draper.
He punched straight through the hands of the defense.
Princeton trying to force some turnovers here and a block. Oh, traveling called on Tim Nally. And Princeton forces a turnover. Ludicky swats it away, but Princeton regains possession.
Ball.
You can see Ludicky waiting there, just waiting for that pass to go so he can steal it. Great eye, great eye. What were you saying?
That's okay, Liz. Nice shot by Princeton.
Number 11 seems to have a hot hand out there. Steal by Princeton.
Beautiful save by Mark.
Nice save by Mark Ludicky. That ball was almost out of bounds. Good effort. A lot of short passes.
Good look by Grossman. Ludicky for 3. Ooh. Ludicky a little upset with himself, missing that shot. But he certainly hasn't disappointed the Hopewell fans this year with his three-point shooting.
Hopewell already has 5 team fouls. Princeton only has 1.
Well, Princeton now starts off. Second shot. First one was made. 40-30. Hopewell lead. And it's made. He made it. Jason Hafter with a strong pass. Hunter Grossman into some trouble. He might lose the ball. Tim Nally picks it up. He goes through.
Princeton showing a tough trap here. Good hustle. Hopewell showing a little bit of its own as Draper comes away with the ball over. Oh, and he overthrows Nally.
Bad pass by Nat Draper.
But a good idea. Nothing short of hustle on Nat Draper's part.
He's had a very impressive 4 steals this game.
Princeton working the ball. Looking for one shot.
It's 6 seconds left in the game period.
Gets it off.
Nice. Good effort by Princeton, but they fail to score. So the score is 40-31, beginning of the 4th period.
Certainly an exciting quarter of basketball. I think it was all sparked by Mr. Schulman winning that coin. Definitely. Hopewell looking strong.
Quite a way to, for the 3 of us, I know I'm pretty sure it's all of our first times commentating on a live game, and what a way to start it off, kind of Van Dyke hitting that 1,000-point mark. Couldn't ask for anything more.
Helps to have an exciting game to commentate, I must say. Exciting team. Great year.
Princeton showing a very impressive half-court trap at the end of that quarter. I think if they would have come out with that at the beginning of the game, possibly couldn't. Maybe they wouldn't be down by 9 points at this point. Hopewell switched to the 2-on-2 zone defense, getting away from their man-to-man, which they've been playing all game. Still going with the trap, almost knocks it away. Good pass by Grossman. Goal miss Alette gets his own rebound. Van Dyke gets his. That's 2.
Yeah. Miscommunication by Princeton, and the ball goes out of bounds. Bad pass. Oh, it seems one of the Hopewell players touched the ball.
Princeton still has possession. White for 3. Good. Big 3-pointer there from Anthony White. Cuts the lead down to 9. Grossman all alone under the basket. Van Dyke, jumper, in and out. Grossman with the rebound, brings it back out.
Grossman, good effort, tried to get the ball. Princeton picks up the rebound. Joe Zambrano hustling up. Shot by Princeton.
White shot way up, maybe trying to do a little bit too much by himself here.
Tim Van Dyke.
Timmy's shot's good.
All net.
Tim's
That's
leading
all
scorer
net.
Right now, 22 points for Hopewell. Brian Kroll second now with 12 points.
Princeton overthrows his man, and it's Hopewell ball.
Beautiful save on the sideline by Bob Crum, one of our many spectators.
Bob, a dire Hopewell Valley sports fan. You can see him at almost any sporting event. Much appreciated by athletes in the Valley. Zambrano drives, gets a shot off, Van Dyke with the rebound and another, and it's good, and the foul.
Shot and foul. Another three-point opportunity for Tim Van Dyke.
I don't think Van Dyke's satisfied with 1,000 points. I think he wants 2,000 by the end of this year.
Maybe by the end of this game, what do you think?
Well, I think it clock's the worst enemy there.
Hunter Grossman doing an excellent job out there tonight.
Princeton calls a timeout.
Hunter really shows a lot of hustle out there.
Coach Burns giving Hopewell Valley varsity basketball team some helpful advice. Keep the lead. Hopewell leads 46-33 with 5:36 left in the period.
So what do you think's in store for the future of Hopewell Valley basketball? Next year, year after?
Well, I hope it continues to rise. It's just amazing the change in the 4 years I've been at this high school. I can remember coming to games and losing 30, 40 points. I remember about 5 years ago we were 0-24, and it's just to see a team with such success is just great. It's brought the basketball fan out and everybody here in Hopewell Valley, and let's hope it continues in the future.
It seems like we have some great talent on the JV team with Dina Towell with his great outside shooting.
Dave Norris coming up.
Matt Gibble, Chris Johnson, and then everyone who's playing varsity right now is a junior. It should be a very strong program for a couple more years.
Tim Van Dyke misses the foul shot. Just foul and Hopewell.
Van Dyke's still having some trouble with his foul shots. The thing with the Hopewell Valley team is everyone really complements each other, and from playing for so many years together, they really know where each one's going to be, and they can get some good passing and some great plays in there. They look really fantastic. They should go far in states. I know that one of their goals is to be Central Jersey Group 2 champions. Very possible.
Princeton seems to drive, passes off, shot, rebound with Brian Kroll, passes to Kevin Nelson. He's driving down the court.
Nelson drives, loses the handle.
Foul trouble here. That's Van Dyke's fourth.
.5:10 left in the fourth period. It's 46-33.
Referee explaining it's called the big 6'6" center.
I think the refs have this game pretty well under control. Haven't had that many really disputed calls. I think that they're doing a good job.
Zambrano breaking the track single-handedly. But Princeton again forces the turnover.
Just some interesting notes here. Kevin Nelson, as I said earlier, has a leading number of assists for Hopewell Valley with 102, not including tonight's game. Joe Zambrano leads the team in the number By the way, we'd like to send some get well wishes to his father.
Nice rebound with Ryan Kroll.
Tim Van Dyke leads the team in both offensive and defensive rebounds. He has 58 offensive and 97 defensive. Remember, this is all excluding tonight's game. Brian Kroll backs him up. He has 51 offensive and 58 defensive rebounds. And Kroll leads the team in blocked shots. He has 16 blocked shots. All this is very easy to see, as you can tell by his play tonight. Very impressive. Joseph Brown just had his first foul.
Tim Van Dyke now starting. Nice rebound. Passes it to Joe Zambrano, which dribbles down the court. Looking for someone to pass to. Breaks him out. He drives up. Oh! He gets fouled. There's a nice lane open for Joe, and he took it. Someone fouled him.
Joe's fairly strong from the foul line. He's 52%, 13 for 25. This will be his first attempt tonight from the foul line.
First shot was made.
Always looking to improve those percentages.
Second shot missed. Tim Van Dyke with the rebound. He makes it. Another two for Tim Van Dyke.
Van Dyke with a very strong game today. Excellent rebounding. Going up strong with some offensive rebounds and hitting a couple threes, showing some good range. Nelson with the steal. Nelson with an extremely gutsy performance. Talking to him before the game, he's very ill, not at all feeling 100%. Princeton, it's not a very big game. Under no circumstances is it a must for him to play, but desire alone is what brought Kevin Nelson on the court tonight.
Van Dyke is only 1 for 3 from the foul line tonight.
Tim Van Dyke taking 2 foul shots. First one's good. Princeton ball down in Hopewell Valley, half of the court. Almost stolen by Brian Kroll.
Good look by Nelson. Princeton defender there. Hopewell playing a zone trap.
Steal by Nat Draper. He controls the ball.
It's Draper's 5th steal of the night. Nat is a very emotional player, always very, very fired up for games. Always a determined look on his face, always willing to go out there and do his best, tries to pump everyone else up, and does a great job of it.
Nice steal by Kevin Nelson. Brings the ball down, passes to Zoe, to Kroll. Beautiful pass. I mean, that was a beautiful pass. Wow.
Nice tip in by Princeton. Princeton continues to press, and Hopewell continues to break that. Draper with the jumper. Good.
Wow, just noticing, Nat Draper is 5 for 6 from the floor tonight. Very, very good night for him.
Also has quite a bit of steals.
That's his 6th. He's not going to stop with that.
And Dyke, strong move to the basket. Princeton calls a timeout with 1:51 left. Hopewell is pulling away with a 56-39 lead.
Hopewell Valley High School is starting to break away with the lead, 56-39.
You know, early in the game, I said something about Hopewell showing a little fatigue out there, and just watching this fourth quarter, they've definitely proved me nothing but wrong. Just showing their trap, stealing the ball, keeping their pressure up. They're in excellent shape. Mr. Burns, Mr. Selger, and Mr. Vettel has their team in excellent condition, and hopefully down the line in some state tournament games, that'll prove to help them out.
Well, I hate to say it, I think that Hopewell came out tonight with, they really wanted to win, but I don't think they took this game as seriously as some others, because Princeton hasn't always posed so much of a threat, and Princeton showed that they can play very well and take the lead for a little while, and Hopewell, I think, got a little frightened by that, and obviously has started to fight back. Very successful. Ready to come in are Jason Hopkins and Dave Norris will be Norris' first appearance of the night.
Nice steal by Nat Draper.
Lucky 7 steals for Draper.
Van Dyke for 3. Good. He is just lighting up the boards tonight. Van Dyke can do no wrong.
Second half, he's 3 for 4 to 3-point zone. Definitely has his confidence back.
It's kind of what we expected after he got that 1,000. He's calmed down, relaxed.
Definitely.
Hitting up the net. And that's going to be it for Tim. But what a game he's had. That's his 5th foul. Tim Van Dyke. Leads the game with 32 points. Who knows how many rebounds, and a milestone he'll never forget.
Certainly an exciting night. I guess it's kind of a blessing in disguise if you look at it. He kind of gets to go out in style. Everyone gives a nice standing ovation, and granted 5 fouls isn't exactly style, but you get my point, I'm sure.
Dave Norris now in for the Bulldogs. A lot of passing, they break through. Hunter Grossman to Mark. He runs up and he scores.
Beautiful pass by Grossman.
Hopewell just running away with the lead. Yeah! Jason Haftel gives Princeton a good snuff.
Number 30, Dave Norris in the game now. If you watch him for a little bit, you got a good example.
Right here you're seeing the incredible depth of the Hopewell Valley team.
So I was saying you got a good example of prime new talent coming up through the basketball system. You'll see him next year on the court playing varsity basketball. Tip in, and we got 10 seconds left. Norris finds Grossman.
4, 3.
Haftel at the buzzer.
Oh! Very exciting game here at Hopewell Valley High School. Final score is 61-43. The Bulldogs win it.
40 game. And I believe if you
Liz.
stay tuned, there will be some interviews with Mr. Timko, the athletic director, and Tim Van Dyke, who did achieve his 1,000th point.
Liz, do you think this game was very impressive?
I couldn't think of another word for it. This was probably one of the most impressive games, just because of all the different exciting factors in it, being cast over.
Very
Live
impressive.
television is very exciting. Tim's 1,000th point, Mr. Burns' 65th birthday, Ralph Schulman getting
Ralph
that
Schulman.
gold coin.
There you go, Ralphie boy.
Nat Draper having an incredible game with all his steals. Brian Kroll coming off strong. Everyone is having a very, very strong.
Well, let's say goodnight to all the Hopewell fans out there in Hopewell. It's been a very exciting game. I'm here with my colleagues, Mark Gola and Liz Berger. I'm Walt Hainish. Have a good night.
Great game seen by all.
Where you gonna run to when there's no place to Get behind, sir. Keep going. Keep going. That's it, sir.
Beware of the dog.